Crashplan is held dearest among many professional reviewers and PC magazines. Its unique approach of multiple backup destination embraces a lot of what we preach here at CloudWoods in many articles and many videos that we release on our channels. One single backup is not enough. Doesn't matter if it's an external hard drive, on Dropbox, or wherever it is, one backup is never enough. Instead, you should combine local with offsite backups. You can set up Crashplan in a way that the backups backs up to a local external hard drive or even a NAS device, but you can also use the paid cloud subscription to get unlimited storage for your computer files. In this review, we'll have a look at this unlimited cloud backup service to see if it's really all praise and glory. So stay tuned. Make sure to check out my other videos on cloud backup services that I've collected in a playlist that you can access right here. And you can always read the in-depth reviews of each service by clicking on the links in the description box below this video. So, local backups are free, which makes it interesting even for people who are just looking for a decent backup software to cover their local backups. On the surface, Crashplan is very easy to set up, but allows advanced users an enormous array of settings. There is personal encryption keys, you can set up proxies, you can dial in the CPU usage, and much, much more. There's even an option for peer-to-peer backup, so files can be backed up to a friend's computer who is also running Crashplan. Unfortunately, I can't really chime into the praise of how fast Crashplan is, because even after increasing the allowance for CPU usage and packages, I could not get more than 4 megabit per second on average. And that's unfortunate because it drags the backup of my 10 gigabyte test folder to basically hours and hours of waiting. If speeds were better, I would rank Crashplan even higher because they do everything what I like. They support backup of NAS drives, they have unlimited file retention policies, unlimited storage, and although there's no real native app for either QNAP, Synology, or Netgear NAS boxes, users can select those drives, the NAS drives, from the file tree, and I do this all the time with my Synology NAS. Crashplan is certainly one of the most affordable cloud backup services, especially if you opt for the family plan that allows backup of up to 10 computers for only $149.99. For Windows computers, Macintosh computers, and even Linux is supported. Now, the single computer plan comes at $5.99 per month and is therefore slightly more expensive than Backblaze, and you can check a review of Backblaze and a comparison of both services right here. So let's look at the backup process so you can get an idea of what to expect. Unlike Carbonite or iDrive, users cannot pick folders and files from the context menu inside the Windows Explorer or the Mac Finder. Instead, files need to be selected manually. The standard configuration simply scans your whole computer and tries to back it up. If you are unsure if Crashplan is something for you, you can try Crashplan Cloud for, I believe it's 30 days for free by clicking on the link right here or in the description box in the video. Now, when Crashplan backs up files, it uses what they call, or what the industry calls, deduplication, which means files that are already in the cloud don't need to be re-uploaded again if they are located in different folders on your computers. Selecting my test folder was easy enough through the file tree and a pretty pleasing experience compared to other setup wizard of Carbonite or other unlimited cloud backup softwares. Certainly, Crashplan's backup process is well thought through, and it really shows that it is made by people who understand backups pretty well. Crashplan offers local or end-to-end encryption where the user, that is you, is in control of the key. If the encryption key is lost, so are the files in the restore folder because they can only be opened with that special key. There is no password recovery feature in this case available, but that's the whole point for user-controlled encryption. So let's briefly tell you why I like Crashplan. Users can customize it to be really unlimited in that it allows for unlimited file versions and unlimited retention for deleted files. So technically, unlike other cloud storage services, one could use it to free up some hard drive space for unused files, but I certainly don't recommend that at all for important files because you never want to trust all your files with one single cloud backup or any backup solution. Crashplan Backup also works well out of the box, though you don't have to spend really time customizing if you don't like to. Restoration works as swiftly as the initial backup. I like the way everything works inside the Crashplan app. There is no fancy zip restore necessary via a web browser like Backblaze. You don't have to download restore software like SOS or LiveDrive. Users can search for individual files from their backup stacks. If there's a file that's needed urgently after a system meltdown, you can just restore it simply. In this specific test, I always do a full restore of my 10 GB test folder. I've not yet seen reviews that do a thorough testing of restoration and backup speed. PCMag's test with only 100 MB is pretty ridiculous, sorry, because it really doesn't allow for real-world throughput performance tests. Large files are generally treated differently than smaller files. By large, I mean files that are 1 or 2 GB in size. So if you want a real-world test of backup speeds, do check out my comparison article right here or in the description box below. Again, Crashplan takes its time to restore files at an average rate of 6 megabit per second, which is almost the rate of the initial backup. Now, let's look at something that's interesting to a lot of people, which is mobile access of backed up files. Crashplan's mobile app is a decent file browser for your backups, but as with the majority of cloud backup apps, I really wouldn't expect miracles. It's a decent little helper for moments when you forget a file at the office for a client meeting, for example, but that's about it. If it weren't for the speed, Crashplan certainly would have won this showdown, but with top speeds of only 10 megabit per second, I was simply too disappointed to give it a higher rating in this category. However, Crashplan is probably the only cloud backup service I can think of that is truly unlimited. File versions, unlimited file versions, unlimited file retention, unlimited storage space, all of this comes without limitations if set up correctly. Once set up, it's truly hands-off and runs smoothly in the background. Now, another important topic is security, which is also top-notch with a 448-bit blowfish encryption where, as I said before, the user can control the keys. Even for very sensitive files, it's a no-brainer to use it unless you don't feel at ease with data centers being located in the US or your business needs to comply with special regulations such as HIPAA or German privacy laws, for example. A generous 30-day trial lets you try Crashplan with its full feature set, so you can really see if that's a solution that fits your needs, and you can find the link right here or in the description box below. Okay, guys, this was a longer video, but I hope you found it really helpful, and if you did, please, as always, give it your thumbs up and subscribe to this channel so you won't miss a video, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Thank you guys for watching my videos. As I've already mentioned, this is a video series of 11 of the best cloud backup services. If you think this provider is something for you, you can sign up for a free trial by clicking the button right here. If you still couldn't decide, make sure to watch my other videos from the playlist, and you can access them by clicking on the logos here on this screen, or you can check out the links in the description box below. Thank you very much for watching, and remember to subscribe.